Hello, everyone. Today we are going to begin the disease unit. We're going to take a close look at infectious diseases. In particular, we want to look at the categories of diseases and the immune system. Infectious diseases are also referred to as communicable diseases. They are spread from person to person, animal to person, or object to person. They are caused by organisms or viruses. They are caused by microorganisms so small that they can only be seen by a microscope. Things that cause infectious diseases are called pathogens by doctors and scientists, but referred to as germs by the common folk. An infection is when a pathogen enters the body and causes harm. We want to look now at the different types of pathogens. First of all, there's bacteria. These are one celled microorganisms that are primitive and do not have a nucleus. Many types of bacteria are good for us. For example, our digestive tract has bacteria in it to help with digestion. On the other hand, there are bad bacteria that can cause diseases. Examples of diseases caused by bacteria would be strep throat and pneumonia. Fungi. They are more complex than bacteria, but they cannot make their own food. They will grow in the dark. They like moist settings. Mushrooms would be an example of a fungi that would be considered a good thing because we can consume it, we can eat it. Once again, there are fungi that cause diseases. Ringworm and athlete's foot would be an example of a disease caused by a fungi. Protozoa. These are one celled organisms that are more complex than bacteria. They move freely in fluids, and some are considered parasitic. This means they live on other organisms. They feed by engulfing and digesting organisms. Examples of bacteria caused by protozoa would be dysentery and malaria. Viruses are small pathogens. Viruses are not alive and require a host to reproduce. They carry RNA and DNA, genetic material. This means the DNA or RNA of a cell will be changed. Think about a virus that affects your computer. It will change how the computer works. Viruses can infect fungi and bacteria. Examples of viruses would be the common cold or everyone's favorite, the flu. How infectious diseases spread. Direct contact is basically with an infected person, like shaking hands with a person who has a cold. Indirect contact, a disease can be spread through animals or objects. For example, if a person would contract a disease like HIV through needles or West Nile virus by a mosquito, this would be indirect transmission. A vector is a living organism that transmits a disease to a person or an animal. The immune system. How does the body defend itself against infectious diseases? The immune system is the body's defense against all pathogens. The immune system has two main responses: a specific response and a non-specific response. Specific response, the immune system makes antibodies and then uses them specifically to fight certain disease germs that the body has previously come into contact with. This is also known as acquired or learned or specific immune response. Non-specific response, the body's first line of defense against a germ entering the body. It responds in the same way to all germs and foreign substances. An example would be an inflammation to an injury. The immune system. Overall, our body does a great job of keeping us safe and protecting us. However, when we come in contact with any pathogen, the immune system kicks in. The first line of defense includes the skin. This serves as a physical and chemical barrier. For your information, the skin is the largest organ in or on the body. Saliva and tears traps pathogens and wash them away. Mucous membranes secrete a liquid called mucus. Mucus contains chemicals that attack pathogens. The mucus will also wash away the pathogens. Digestive system. The digestive system will produce stomach acid, which will kill pathogens, but also by the motion of digestion will move pathogens out. We also have good bacteria that will kill invading bacteria. If a pathogen enters the body, the immune system reacts with a nonspecific immune response. Internal defenses are initiated and the immune system is triggered. The macrophages identify the pathogen. A macrophage is a type of white blood cell that surrounds and kills microorganisms, removes dead cells, and stimulates the action of other immune cells. They are involved in the destruction of bacteria and other harmful organisms. Antigens are released once a pathogen enters the body. Antigens help the immune system detect threats. Antigens will attach to the pathogen and cause the immune system to produce antibodies. The helper T cells notice and release chemicals to help the immune system respond to threats. Helper T cells alert killer T cells and B cells. Killer T cells kill certain cells infected by bacteria. They also find cells that have been turned into virus making factories. B cells have two functions to produce antibodies and memory cells. Memory cells remember the antigen so the immune system can recognize it. It is like building a library for germs. Antibodies will attach to and destroy or neutralize the invading germs. At that point, the body heat will increase. This will also this is also referred to as a fever. Remember, most pathogens have to live at a certain temperature to survive. When we develop a fever, we literally cook the pathogen. This helps decrease the rate germs multiply. The last part of the immune system is the lymph system will clean out the dead pathogens. The lymph system is like our personal waste removal system. We're removing all the dead pathogens. We will return to homeostasis, and after the immune system has destroyed the pathogens. There are two parts to the immune system: passive immunity. People can develop immunity if they are given antibodies against pathogens. And immunity acquired by receiving antibodies from a source other than one's own immune system is called passive immunity. Active immunity is when immunity that your own immune system creates, called active immunity. Active immunity results from either having a disease or receiving a vaccine. On a final note, 6 ways to enhance immunity: eat well, be physically active. A regular physical exercise helps you feel better, sleep better, and reduce anxiety. Maintain a healthy weight. Excess weight can affect how your body functions. Get good sleep. Don't smoke, drink alcohol, or take drugs. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this show.